Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now on my May shopping haul you will see that I bought some puff pastry and some Granny Smith's apples, and what I said I was going to do is I was going to make some cinnamon apple turnovers. So that's what we're doing today, and it's so simple. In my pan I have got all those apples. They are chopped. They are in a little bit of orange juice, and because they are a Granny Smith, I have added 2 dessert spoons of sugar. And well, where's the cinnamon pen? Well, that's coming now. So let's move you so you can see. Right, so we've got our apples, a little bit of orange juice, and I have cut the apples into chunks rather than slices. And also I want these apples to be a lot softer than the last apple recipe I did, so they will cook for a bit longer. But now I've got my cinnamon, and I am just going to put loads. You put as much as you like, Steve. Honestly, you know, people do this silly cinnamon challenge, or they were doing it, and it's actually not very sensible. But Steve could do it, no problem, I'm telling you. He could absolutely do that challenge. So we're just going to, oh, look at that. The smell of cinnamon is just delicious. Right, so all I can do really is to just let these, or this, cook down. Now, I've got some blackberries here, and I will make some apple and blackberry ones. But what we're going to do, we're going to leave these just to sort themselves out, start to break down. And an eating apple will, as I've said before, take longer than a cooking apple. So they're on, what are they on? I'll tell you. They're on a temperature of 8 and 100 power, and that is half the power that this can do. So let's assume your hob goes between 0 and 8. I would put it on a 3 to 4 to do this, because you don't want them cooking quickly. You want them to slowly break down so that they'll give off all their flavours. And if you haven't got orange juice, just a drop, and I do mean just a drop of water will do. So we'll come back when these are cooked. Right, our apple has cooked down, and it's cooked down nicely. If you look, I can just do this. But there's a little bit of liquid in there. Now, because these are going to be turnovers, I don't want them to be soggy. I mean, as I've said in the past, we don't want soggy bottoms, do we? So I'm going to add just a little corn flour to this. I'm going to take it off of the heat, and we'll just stir the corn flour through. And you can see it is soaking up all of that juice from the apples. Now, I'm not going to be putting this into the pastry while it's so hot, because it will just melt all the fats in the pastry. So I've got another bowl there. Look at that lovely little pie dish. Picked it up in the charity shop yesterday for just £3, and it's the perfect size for just 1 or 2 of you. Okay, you're going to get a couple of portions if it's 1 of you. You're going to get a couple of portions if it's 2 of you. But it's, look, I mean, that's the perfect size for an apple tart, a cherry tart, a mint tart, as in minced beef. Right, so they're going to sit in there. They're going to cool down, and once they're cool, we shall be back. Right then, our apple filling has cooled down, and I did get Steve to come and have a little taste to make sure it was sweet enough for him. So now we're going to make the apple turnovers, and a couple of apple and blackberry. And this is the puff pastry that I'm going to be using, and it's a large sheet of puff pastry. And as I said on the shopping video, I've never seen a large sheet of puff, well, 2 sizes of puff pastry on sale before. So let's get this unrolled and move you. Right then, I've got the pastry unravelled, and I'm going to just cut it into rectangles, and I'm going to try and get 4 at least turnovers. So I've cut into two, and then we're just going to go through the middle like that. And honestly, your pizza cutter is probably the best thing to use for this. Right, and can you see, look, there's not loads of juice, which I didn't want, obviously. So we're going to put some just slightly off centre, some of the pastry, no, the apples, just slightly off centre. And yeah, we want to know that we've got apple in here, so I'm being quite generous. Right, and we need to leave some room so that we can get it pulled together nicely. Oh, I have to say, it smells absolutely gorgeous. Right then, oh, I just had a bit then. Right, we're going to just brush with egg wash all around the outside of these. And oh my God, honestly, I know I can keep saying it, but it really is tasty. Right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this side. Oh, it's stuck, and I've kept this really cold. One side over. Like so. Right, and we are just going to just seal with our fingers for now all the way around like that. That's nicely sealed, but we'll do some more sealing, and you do that with all of them. Now this one doesn't seem to have quite so much excuse me, apple filling, so I'm going to go in with a couple of blackberries. I can get them. Right. Okay, so there you go. I said a couple, I think I'll go with 3. And we're going to do the same here. Just pull it over and seal. And I'm going to carry on with doing this, and then we'll come back to you. Right, they're done. I'm not impressed. I am not impressed with that pastry at all. I literally got that out before I started filming. So I was going to pop these in the fridge anyway to chill down, and these have definitely got to go in the fridge to chill down. The pastry's just, it's like, well, when you work with all butter puff pastry that you buy, it's like this. I did not expect this one to be like this. So let's get these popped into the fridge to chill down. Right, these have set up, they're nice and cold, and I'm really not impressed with this puff pastry, but we're going to persevere. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these a really good egg wash. I mean, oh no, this pastry's, I won't be buying Tesco's puff pastry again, I can assure you. Right, so nice puff pastry wash. Meantime, I'm going to heat the oven to, we'll go 190 and we'll go for 18 minutes. Yeah, not impressed. Sorry, but I'm not. Right, now I'm just going to get a little knife and make some slits in the top, just so that any steam comes out, so that our pastry hopefully gets nice and crispy. And now I'm just going to sprinkle over a little sugar. And it was definitely sugar that the ones that we saw in Tesco's was lacking on the top. You've got to have sugar on the top. And the the egg wash acts as a glue for the sugar. Right, put as much or as little on as you want. And then we're going to get the cinnamon, and we're just going to sprinkle some cinnamon over too. And then, as I say, they're going to go into the preheated oven for about 18 minutes. There we go, it's now preheated, so in they're going. Now, the same theory as for the sausage rolls is that because everything's cold, the minute it hits that heat, they will start to puff up and rise. But we shall see. We'll be back when they're cooked. Right, we are seconds away from being, there we go, we're cooked. Right, and I'm going to say these look a lot less pale and interesting than the ones from Tesco's themselves. I also had, as you know, a little bit of that puff pastry left over, so I popped in a little strawberry jam roll, so that's going to have another few minutes. Okay, right, let's have a good look at these, shall we? Right, they certainly look better than I thought they would. I'm going to say that because I was really worried about these. So let's get them off and onto the cooling rack. And I can see immediately this one has the blackberry in it, as does this one here. So no way that I'm going to get mistaken and pick up one that I think is just an apple, and it is apple and blackberry cooked underneath. Not as coloured as you might think, but that colour underneath is the colour that the ones in Tesco's were. It was like, no, that's not right. They should have some colour. And if you're going to say that they're apple and cinnamon, please have some cinnamon. So there we are. They need to cool before we can eat them, but so far I think they're looking quite good. Right then, let's have a little reminder. There they are. Now I'm going to taste one, and then when the football's finished, Steve's coming in to taste one. So let's just move you so it's better view. Right then, I'm going for one, oh, they're still quite warm, with the blackberry. You can hear the crunch, I hope. Getting the cinnamon. Now, despite Steve saying there was enough, I have a feeling he might want more, but let's get through to this filling. Mm. 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 That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, I said I wasn't impressed by the pastry before I cooked, and I wasn't. I thought it was too soft, too sticky, but it's baked really nicely. And filling. The filling is super. But don't take my word for it. Let's see what his nibs has to say, shall we? Right, Steve's here. Now, first impressions.
Well, one of them looks very homemade.
Oh, I told you the pastry was not very good.
But I know which one I'm going for.
So do I, that one.
Yep.
Now, compared to those ones I showed you in Tesco's.
Oh, there's more colour to them.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's still a little bit warm.
Yeah, they are still a little bit warm. The crunch is there, I think.
Pastry's good.
And it was a real pig to work with.
Haven't you got some filling though?
No.
It's very nice.
Enough cinnamon?
Nah.
You tried it. You said there was enough.
No.
I even sprinkled with cinnamon, and I took my first bite and I said, Steve's going to say there's
Very
not
good.
enough
I'm going
cinnamon.
to enjoy this. Unfortunately, I haven't got a cup of tea because.
I will have to make him another one, won't I?
Oh, no, very nice.
Can we see the inside of that one? Can you see the filling or not really? Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, so apple and he's not going to need a cup of tea if he carries on like this, is he? Apple and cinnamon puffs, homemade. Really, oh, there's apple and blackberry there. Really, really tasty. So thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the button so that you're notified each time we put on a new video. And we'll see you again very soon in the kitchen with Pen.
Keep cooking.